Thank you, Ravens fans. Welcome back to the Ravens Space. I appreciate you guys joining me today. Today, we are going to be reacting to the Chris Sims Unbuttoned podcast, and they're going to be talking about the Ravens over-under. If you guys don't know, over-under means the amount of wins that they'll have, and we're going to pick if they go over or under. Let's get to it.
AFC North. Let's take a look at the division odds first here. I'm curious to see this.
Yeah, no, this is an interesting one.
Where we are right now. So the Ravens are your favorite right now.
This is good. This is actually the first time I've seen the Ravens favorite in any odds really. And again, I don't gamble. I don't do anything like that. So I probably don't look at them as much as other people do. But I do see that the Ravens have the best chance. And so I'm eager. My understanding of this, guys, is that if you bet $100, you will win $140 if you bet the Ravens. But again, it's very close between us and the Bengals. I am surprised to see the Browns so low at 450, plus 450, simply because they are a very talented team. They do have some turmoil, and they are the Browns, so they'll find a way to mess it up. But again, super happy to see that we're number one, and I think I haven't seen this in other predictions. So go Ravens,
Now to win the AFC North over the Bengals, Super Bowl participant, Cincinnati Bengals. So it's pretty close. Plus 140 for the Ravens, plus 165 for the Bengals. Browns are there third, plus 450, and then Steelers last 850. Nothing like the plus 2,000 we saw with the Jets, though. That's interesting, though. I don't think I would have guessed that the Ravens would be the favorite.
And so basically, my understanding is, even though they're the favorite, the amount is so small, it's a virtual draw. So.
Favorite.
Yeah, I know. It's one that we've looked at all year long, kind of going, I mean, well, I wonder why.
Guys, so before we let them go, you can see that the over/under is 9.5 wins. So in the comments below, put do you guys take the over, which will be 10 or more wins, or the under, which will be 9 or less? I'm going with the over. Now, I am biased, but I do think we're a good team. Even if we don't finish number one in our division, I do think that we are going to be a team that will make the playoffs. And I think in order to make the playoffs, we're going to have to win more than 9 games. So I feel pretty good about that. And I'm going, if I had to make a prediction, I will go that we could win 11 games. That would be enough for us to get into the playoffs, win the division, but not enough to be the number one seed and get that bye. So I would say about 11 games. That's what I think.
And so, shockingly or convincingly, the Ravens too. I'm just gonna let you know. I mean, what's their over under? What's it at?
9.5.
I'm going over.
Hey, good.
I mean, the Ravens to me are one of the teams to watch out for. The AFC North plays the AFC East and the NFC South. So again, it's good football, no doubt. I do look at their first.
And if if I have a chance to look at the schedule, I'll circle back around there. Again, our schedule is hard, and I can pull it up right now. I'll let the video go on first. But our schedule is hard. And so, like all the teams in our division schedule, mostly because we play each other. And then, of course, we play some really good teams like Buffalo and whatnot. So
9 weeks, that's a tough schedule.
Oh, awesome.
Like, again, with the Ravens,
okay,
the way their roster is.
Guys, I don't watch these in advance, so sorry about that. So here you can see here, first game, easy, Jets. We're going to knock them out. Dolphins are much improved. Patriots are the Patriots, and it's at New England, so that's going to be a tough one. Bills are arguably the best team in the AFC on paper, so they're going to be tough. The Bengals, of course, Super Bowl champions. The Giants should be easy game. I don't know why none of the New York teams come play us, but it's fine. The Browns, I think, are talented. The Buccaneers, we know are talented. The Saints, I think we can win that one. Then we got a good bye week, which week 10 is a great bye week. It's literally like almost as down the middle as you can get it. Panthers should be an easy win. Jags, easy win. Broncos, I think we're better than them. I think that's a win. Steelers are always hard. And then Browns will be hard. Falcons, easy win. Steelers hard, and Bengals hard. So again, the fact that we have to play our division opponents twice is what really makes it a tough schedule. Because even the Steelers, even in bad years when the Steelers are bad, we split with them. When we're bad, they split with us. So again, tough schedule.
Is the culture there? I don't know. The Ravens just, to me, have no weakness on their football team. The only thing you can really look at is go, I wish they were a little more explosive at receiver, but they're a team that's not dependent on that. So it doesn't bother.
So again, and because we're so familiar with the team, I'm happy that he says he doesn't see weaknesses. I do, right? Of course, the receiver, but I'm even talking about our linebackers. I don't think we have the best linebacking core. I think our best linebacker is going to be Patrick Queen, and he has a lot of question marks, to be honest. Adolphe Owe is more of a rusher, so we'll see about him. And then Tyus is, injured. So, but I think it's going to be one of those things that we're going to need our linebacker to step up. If our linebackers step up, I have confidence in our defense as a whole, especially that back end is just beautiful. And so, again, I do see some weaknesses more than Chris sees, but yeah.
Bother me as much. I think their defense is pretty stacked. And I think, their offensive line, as long as Ronnie Stanley's healthy, they're going to be dominant. I know the running backs are still waiting to get 100% here, but I just think between that, yes, again, even though the first 9 games are very tough, I don't think it's going to be so much to where we're going to go, oh man, the Ravens really blew it. They're out of it. And then the second half of the schedule, I find to be favorable for them. And I know that's a long way down the road, but yeah, I just think the Ravens are going to be one of the.
And so we just kind of went through that process there when we talked about the schedule. And we did see that it does lighten up. Again, the fact that they always jam-pack, they jam-pack 2 Steelers games, and then Browns and Bengals at the end of the season makes us finish a little tougher. But again, the beginning is really tough, I think. The end is tough, but the middle, I think we can get some games there for some of those opponents. So.
Those teams that they're going to be in the playoffs. I'm throwing that out there right now.
Yes, sir.
They're a playoff team for you. You were lower on them last year than a lot of other people.
I was. I think, some of the flaws as far as I just wasn't sure just with some of the injuries early on. And it just seemed like it was one of those years that a letdown was kind of there and ready.
And that's what it was. There's only so much you can do to get past those injuries, honestly. And so the injuries really killed us last year. So hopefully, knock on wood, everything is going to be smooth this season.
8-9.
We had the training camp injuries. I think that kind of helped me to go, oh man, those are big positions for that football team right there. I can't be real hot on that.
They're just underdogs in 3 games this season. The Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, awesome.
Las Vegas is believing in them. Those games, by the way, Buffalo at Tampa. Pete is writing furiously in a rundown, and at Cincinnati. So those are some good teams. That leads us right to Cincinnati here. Their over-under is 9.5.
Awesome. All right. So
that may sound low to you, but they only won 10.
Nice and quick. I'm just what I actually want to do really quickly, just to run through these teams. I'm not going to listen to the video, but we see the Bengals, their over-under is 9.5. And, this is just for so you guys can know. And see the Browns is 8.5, right? So, even though the odds were a little bit spaced out, the over-unders are very tight, right? So if we're 9.5, the Bengals are 9.5 and the Browns are 8.5, that's a 1-game difference, right? So, and that's how I think I've been seeing them lately, but teams usually just go with the teams that are sexier, right? When I say sexy, I mean the teams with the receivers. So I've been seeing the Bengals get a lot of run as the team to beat in our division. And then just to finish out, just so you guys can get over under, and 7.5 for the Steelers, which, that's 2 games. The worst team in your division is 2 games away from you. That's a tight division. So, again, the things that are happening in AFC West, I do think they're the hardest division in football, but I think we're number 2 right now. So, and again, Mike Tomlin always has something to say. So, but again, I think we're super talented. I will go 11 games. That will be over. So, if you guys have extra money that you want to lose, you can definitely listen to me and I will lose that money for you. That would not be a problem. Again, I don't really bet, so I'm not gonna lose my own money. But it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What is your win count for the Ravens this year? Let me know. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.